VJC Iporanga House by David Bastos plus Marina Salles Arquitetura e Interiors in Guaruja, Brazil. Idealized as a summer retreat, it is in a privileged residential condominium in Guaruja, a city located about 100 kilometers from the capital of São Paulo, that the project for Residencia VJC emerges as an oasis embraced by the Atlantic forest. With the architectural project commissioned to architect David Bastos, DB Arquitetos, the steeply sloping terrain posed the challenge of delicately landing the house and completely integrating it into the native vegetation. With this in mind, after 8 years from the initial design to completion, the new home materializes from the overlapping of 5 floors responsible for the distribution of the program. Proposing the inversion of the traditional programmatic organization, in this project, the intimate wing is arranged on the lower floors, sheltered by the vegetation mass and where there is greater tranquility, while the social and leisure wing is located on the upper levels, at the height of the treetops and through which openings frame the coastal landscape. In the finalization stage of the interiors, the decoration project is led by architect Marina Salles Arquitetura e Interiors, who was also in charge of the renovation process of the main interiors of the couple's house in São Paulo. An invitation to immersion, the proposal takes advantage of the double layer that surrounds the residence, from the palette of natural raw materials applied to the base, to the foliage of the trees, alluding to the idea of a tree house, by suggesting a refuge. A pause from urban frenzy. This is the ideal place to slow down, valuing the lifestyle. Dedicated essentially to leisure, on the top floor, the living rooms, dining room, and kitchen merge with the balcony, solarium, and swimming pool, enjoying moments of introspection and calm. Gradually, the scenario that embraces the residence is revealed through generous glass panels that frame the view that unfolds on the horizon, like a constantly changing canvas. Privileging interaction and shared moments among the family and friends of the resident couple, the layout of the living room focuses on the center of the space, while the transparency of the window frames visually brings the flora inside. The furniture mix predominates: family heirlooms, new Brazilian design pieces, solid wood findings, and others designed by Marina Salles specifically for the project. In the ensemble, the pair of sofas, made by Hochul, adds to the pair of Grey 07 armchairs, designed by Italian designer Paola Navone for Gervasoni, Casual Movius, in waterproof canvas from Ecosimple for protection against the action of salt air, Zangai Rattan armchair, Amazonia Movius, indigenous benches, Dpot Objetos, pair of nesting side tables, designed by the architect, as well as chest, sideboard, side, and center tables in demolition wood, found and commissioned from a carpentry workshop in Tiradentes, Minas Gerais. Re-signifying their uses, the found pieces, full of stories, assume new functions. The sideboard supports the bar, while the chest becomes a side table. The house is in constant movement, organic like the residents who inhabit it. For this reason, the choice of lighter pieces facilitates the rearrangement of the layout when desired. A comfort in colder days, the suspended fireplace proposes moments of reading. Adorning the space, the furniture is placed on an impermeable rug, Clatt, and color is introduced through accessories and decorative pieces, such as cushions, ceramics, and vases. In the dining room, the solid wood table, designed by the architect and executed by Prime Marcenaria, is composed of a set of Ghana chairs, Franccino Giardini, handwoven in rope and moisture-resistant fabric, comfortably seating up to 10 people. Privileging the landscape that appears framed on both sides, the first through the large wooden and glass frames that demarcate the entire vertical circulation, and the second towards the balcony. The lighting project, signed by Lightworks, avoids barriers in the field of view of those sitting at the table, so the traditional use of pendants gives way to the canoa luminaire, authored by the same office. The piece, whose design refers to the typical boats of the Brazilian coast, has a continuous lighting system, and the absence of visible light bulbs gives it a delicate appearance. In the corner where the gathered frames meet, which in turn determines a protected L wrapped in greenery, the positioning of the canela table, turned solid wood, by Fernando Prado for Dpot, suggests a space for games and quick meals. Still in the ensemble, chairs, Amazonia Movius, are protected by a waterproof canvas cover, Ecosimple, and a floor lamp from Alho Movius. The final touch is given by the ceramics and arrangements in clay pots. Shaded by the rustic wooden pergola, the gourmet balcony is integrated with the living and dining rooms, echoing the point of contact with nature, in harmony with the materials found on the surfaces of the architecture. The log table is surrounded by a set of chairs of the same model as those found at the dining table, reinforcing the continuity between inside and outside, while in the outdoor living area, the sofa and armchair from Tauna with sunbrella fabric, a pair of aqua poufs from Nanny Chinalado, and a wooden coffee table accompany a pair of loungers, existing ones brought from the main address. An ode to the coastal climate. In this residence, the palette of natural materials seeks to translate the concepts of warmth and lightness. In architecture, granite slabs cover the interior floors and pool deck, while wood is applied to the panel slats, lining, and perimeter louvers in Cumaru. In the decoration, the mix of pieces in wood, linen, straw, wicker, and ceramics suggests the laid-back simplicity of an authentic beach house, without forgetting the easy maintenance and durability of the effects of time and sea air. Encouraging an experience integrated with nature, on the terrace the lack of enclosures intensifies the relationship between residents and the landscape, like a viewpoint from which it is possible to see the sea above the treetops. To support contemplation, the set of Asturias Fixa armchairs, designed by Brazilian designer Carlos Motta, accompanies demolition wood trunks for a lounge facing the cove. On the opposite side, facing the treetops, the daybed, by CR Santos Tapeçaria, favors rest under the sunlight. Welcoming and serenity define the intimate wing. To achieve this, the selection of materials for the original interior design enhances the experience. In the bedrooms, the duality of the slatted wooden panels that surround the facades, sometimes acting as guardrails, fixed at mid-height, as brises in a shrimp-type opening system, add a layer of protection. In terms of decoration, the layettes follow the nuances found in the landscape, in tones of raw, green, and blue, and the cotton covers for the pillows and footboards were specially produced by Estudio Avelós. In the master suite, a Shanghai armchair, Amazonia Movius, in a tawari and wicker structure, adorned with a cushion, Dpot Objetos, and a natural fiber basket for storing blankets. With an appreciation for detail, each of the suites had personalized linens, including a beach bag, bathrobe, and towels, embroidered with nautical-themed illustrations, specially designed by Marina Salles, and developed by a specialized supplier. The colors follow those applied to the bed linen. Also protected by wooden slatted sunshades, in the home theater, linen curtains filter natural light when the panels are open. The inviting linen upholstery harmoniously contrasts with the orange and green striped tapestry. On the wall, a composition of straw baskets creates a graphic on the surface and enhances local artisanal work.